Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over 5 very basic tips for beginners who are just getting into AutoCAD. So these things are going to be pretty well known to people who've been using AutoCAD for a little bit, but these tips are going to be things you should really have set up from the get-go to help you out, and things that will also become second nature once you get used to using this program. So with that, let's get into it. All right, so the first tip I have, and again, super basic, but we're going to change or learn how to change our drawing units. So when you open AutoCAD up, in the very lower right-hand corner, it's going to be right here, and sometimes it's preset to certain things, such as decimal. Mine seems to be scientific, but we can change how our units are displayed on screen. So, for example, you have scientific, fractional, engineering, decimal, and architectural. So with scientific, when I want to create anything like a line, it's going to give me 4.1 to the power of 0, right? It's going to be in scientific notation. If I want to change this to, we'll go fractional, and create another line, it's going to give me 4.5. It's going to be in fractions. So what I usually use when I'm doing stuff is the engineering, as this will give me, and I'm in inches and feet right now, but if I can make a line, it'll be 5.46 inches. If I want to stretch that out, it's 1 foot, 0.47 inches. So again, very basic for me, a very basic understanding. If you want to use decimal, it's going to give you a little bit of a different measurement, kind of similar to engineering as well. And then the last one's architectural, which we have here. Architectural gives you um, fractions at times, but again, I keep mine on engineering just to make it simple for me. All right, so tip number 2 is to turn on snap mode. Most likely and more often than not, you will want to use snap mode because it'll bring you a lot quicker to the point of interest you have. So snap mode is found in the bottom right hand corner. It's right here, and I'm going to click it. It's obviously on. And what this allows you to do is say I want to create a line, or I want to make a new line, and build it off the center point of this circle. Well, snap mode allows me to go straight to the center and pull it down. Say I want to make a line off this end point of this other line right here. Snap mode brings me to the line and allows me to do so. And it also allows me to go here to the edge of the rectangle, go to this one, and then come up. It allows you to snap to any point. If you're also doing things like moving an object or copying an object, it is beneficial to have snap mode on as well. The other thing that you can do with snap mode or in snap mode is there's a drop down arrow and you can adjust what you want to snap to. So that's a little bit more high level than what we're going to go over here, but again, I would keep snap mode on. All right, so tip number 3 is you can use the center wheel as the pan button. Now I know this is very basic, but some people might not know that the center mouse wheel on your mouse, whatever you're using, can be used to pan over on the screen. So once you press it, it gives you the little hand in the middle of the screen, and it pans right over or moves your drawing. So say I have a rectangle right here, and I have a circle right here. I can pan over, and as you can see, it's moving the circle to the left, and then I'm going to pan it back and move it to the right. I can also zoom in and zoom out of the picture. So another problem too that's commonly faced is when the pan button actually doesn't do this, so you have to turn a setting on. I'll link a video up above for that, but if you want to check that one out, that'll help you fix this issue. All right, so the fourth tip is to learn how to use your keys on your keyboard. There are a ton of keys and key commands that you can use that make AutoCAD extremely easy, and you will see people who have been doing it for years just go crazy on their keyboard, typing commands out, and it makes it a lot easier. But for example, a few basic keys that I would start off using are just the delete and escape keys. So for example, if we have a circle right here and um, rectangle and another rectangle, we'll say, right here, I can take this, I can highlight this, and then I can press the delete key and it erases it for me. I don't have to go up to the erase function and press it. Or if I have everything selected, or just the selected and I don't want it selected anymore, I can just press the escape key, okay? So the other things too that keys will do is they'll bring up functions themselves. So say I want a circle, I just type in C, and as you can see, it's bringing up a whole bunch of things, but the first one is circle. Along with arc, arc is A. So we're going to see arc comes up first. You can use that. And then, of course, other options as well. And then H for hatch. So hatch comes up, but again, you have things like hatch edit, HP name, HP color, all of it, right? So one other cool key, and this again will help you kind of select a bunch of things, but the key function, and you can combine keys to do this, but this would be a control A, and this control A key function selects everything in your drawing. So again, you're going to want to learn how to use the keys, and they'll become second nature and, kind of muscle memory, but it's a very important and helpful tool. All right, so the last and final tip for this video, if you're just starting out in AutoCAD, is to don't be afraid to use your right hand click on your mouse. Not the left, the right hand click. So for example, I have my mouse cursor right here, and it's not selected. I don't have anything that I'm going to draw, no circle, nothing. It's just the crosshair. So right now I can right hand click, and as you can see, I can either repeat this rectangle that I just drew, recent inputs. You're going to want to explore what you can do. So the recent input obviously shows you what you've done recently. You have your clipboard, again, a little bit higher level. You can isolate objects, undo, pan, and zoom. You can zoom, a whole bunch of other things. And then if you were to select an object, like this rectangle, I'm going to right click again, and it will allow me now to erase. I can move it if I want to, right? Again, other moves and things you can do to it that are a little bit higher level. I've made some videos on some of those if you want to watch them. But don't be afraid to use your right hand click as well. Sometimes it can be very easy and convenient to do things instead of go up to the actual ribbon up top here. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. Again, very basic tips out here. We're not looking to, go too advanced or too far in. This is just for anyone just starting out. Hopefully a couple helpful things you've learned. So if you like the video, give it a like down below. If you have any tips for me, throw them in the comments section. I'd love to hear them. Subscribe to the channel. I try and produce videos that are helpful. But past that, I hope everyone has a good rest of their day, and thank you for watching.